inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. And inch by inch and row by row, someone blessed these seeds I sow, and someone warmed them from below till the rains come tumbling down. And pulling weeds and picking stones, mine is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own because the time is close at hand.
My little babies.
For grain, sun and rain.
I should be getting 20 more today. They're growing pretty good. These are about a couple weeks old, I guess 9 days. But I figured out that I wasn't going to be able to do my normal thing because of this early spring. Usually I don't start getting chickens this early, and so I explained in previous video about how I put wire in here after I get all my plants out, but that's not going to work this year because chickens will be ready to move on before the plants are out. So you can see I got a lot of stuff up and growing. Plenty more transplanting to do. I'm going to work a few hours on it this morning. It's bright and early. Saturday morning. Supposed to be another mid 70 degree day. It's absolutely gorgeous morning. 10-day forecast calls for continuing 70 degree weather for the next 10 days, so that's a good thing, I guess. I have peas up. I'll take some video outside after the sun comes up. But I just pretty much wanted to show you my little babies. These are Cornish crosses. They get big quick. They butcher out after 8 weeks. I usually let them go a little longer, but anyway, later on. Good morning, YouTube, all my friends and subscribers. I just thought I'd give you a quick look around in here, see some of my babies I got going. You know, these are actually mostly flowers, although there's some vegetables in here too. But the vast majority of them are flowers. But I got peppers and tomatoes, some broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and just a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to see up here or not, but there's stuff up on the top shelf too. Little stuff. I still got to transplant. It's kind of a cloudy, cool day. It's 50, just over 50 degrees inside here. But I don't like to raise wimps, so my plants get hard enough before they leave the greenhouse. My little chicks down there, you can't see with that red light, but they're doing good. I had ordered 15 more for last weekend, and I went and they were all out of them. So I got 25, or I think 25, coming tomorrow, Saturday. Day after tomorrow, excuse me, I'm whacked out. So I've got to build a doghouse or a little pen or something to put them in. I don't really have. Getting them at different times like this is kind of difficult. I want to show you my peas are up. I think you can see them. I'll zoom in a little bit. Up and growing good. The same as this row. And I put a I built another fence. This one for peas that grow up only 36 inches. And I've got a row of Swiss chard that's just starting to show through. And I got collard greens over here, which you just coming through that you can see as well. A few weeds I gotta dig out of here. But other stuff that's growing, my rhubarb, of course, once that starts you can't stop it. I'll be picking rhubarb here in another 2 weeks probably, if that, and start it all over again. I freeze a lot of it because I make rhubarb crisp and strawberry rhubarb pie and shit. There's nothing planted in these beds yet except this asparagus bed, and they're just starting to pop through. You can see those right there. I got a couple coming up. I noticed some more yesterday, just beginning to pop up through. Here's one here. So this stuff should really start going crazy here pretty quick. My little fruit trees are all beginning to flower. Everything is beginning to flower. It's crazy. It's still March, which is insane. And this row of peas here, I noticed were just starting to break through. I gave them a little water yesterday. It's been so dry here that but you can see here they're just coming up through, just beginning. And everything carries on, and as you guys might remember, the people from last year, that I generally grow impatiens in here because it gets a lot of shade, but I planted peonies, and you can see that they're starting also to come through, just starting to stick their little noses up. I transplanted these. Actually, they were in my root cellar in a basket full of dirt all winter, and I dug them out last fall from across the street. My pond, being there's no water anywhere, all kinds of birds have been coming here to drink. I got a little blackbird up here screaming right now. He wants me to get out of here so he can come down. It looks awful stark right now, but once all the plants get growing good, and I'm thinking about doing something different, I don't know. At the first of this video, you'll see that in the sort of the, opening deal, you'll see a picture, or you did see a picture of this pond when I had, this is before, and the one you saw was after. And I think that year I had planted petunias around it, and I'm going to do maybe something like that this year. Still haven't started in on my wood pile yet, but it's coming. And I got the plastic I got my new plastic up on the greenhouse yesterday, which is quite a chore for me because I'm getting old and you have to climb around on here like a spider to get it all on. And I just left this upper course because by the time the sun gets up above this, I don't need it anymore in here that hot. So all I did is open up the front part. Anyway, I'll show you from outside. Yeah, she's a little gloomy today, but I wish she'd bring some rain. But you can see here that I'll get plenty of light in there. And you can see again at the pictures that I put together in that little introduction deal. You'll see what this looks like in the summertime when I have all my flowers here. Alright, well, later on, I had a mishap. One of my little kittens got stuck. The floor of this woodshed is pallets. And I did that so that it would, move air through it and everything. Well, one of my little up-and-coming rabbit slayers got hung up underneath there and was in a panic, and I had to take this much wood out of there last night at the end of the day when I was in absolutely no mood to deal with it, in order to save him, which I did. I took an edger and went around the edge of my garden because I had a hard time keeping, I didn't have a defined line to mow, but it's a lot neater. I'm getting ready to add on to my chicken pen. I've started getting spring chickens already. I got 10 yesterday, and I'll get 10 a week for the next 4 or 5 weeks, 10 or 15 a week. So I definitely got to have more room. And then the plan is, after, they butcher out at 8 weeks, so after that I'll have this bigger area for my laying hens, and I'll have 2 individual pens. I can put them all out here and let this all grow up into green or whatever, dig it all out and then let it grow green and then switch it back over, back and forth. So that's the plan. I'll shoot another little video when I'm done. This wind is too much. I haven't done much down here yet, but I did build me another chicken pen, which you can see, and they seem quite happy, but they're going to be disappointed because with my little chicks, which I have inside now, are big enough, they're coming out here, and these guys are going back into their normal walk-up. They feel like they're king shit on the block here because they got extra room to move around, and actually it worked out pretty good. It screwed up though. I tried, to plumb all my poles and everything, but what I should have done, I dug this building over here, and what I should have done is leveled it all up and everything before I built the first pen. Of course, the way I do things, I just jumped right on it. So everything since then, I kind of got to conform to the building, which is totally out of plumb. So, but, it's only a chicken pen, it's not a piano, so it worked out all right. Anyway, another beautiful day here in our no winter spring, and I'll get back to work.